Are you struggling to dynamically create tests in Jest or Mocha based on an asynchronous initialization? You're not alone. This is a common challenge for many developers, and today we're going to tackle it together. I completely understand how frustrating it can be when your tests fail because they can't wait for data to load. It can feel like you're stuck in a loop of confusion. But don't worry, we will break this down step by step. Here's the specific situation we're addressing. One user asked how to generate tests dynamically by looping over an array returned from an asynchronous call. They provided a synchronous example that works perfectly, but when they try to fetch the array asynchronously, they encounter an error. Sound familiar? Let's dive into this. So what's happening here? When you try to loop over the framework's array before it has been initialized, you get an error saying you cannot read property for each of undefined. This is a classic case of timing issues in asynchronous programming. And stick around. At the end of this video, I will share a pro tip that will help you manage asynchronous tests more effectively. To dynamically create tests based on an asynchronous initialization, the user should first ensure that the array of frameworks is fetched before the tests are defined. This can be achieved by using the before all hook in Jest or Mocha. Next, the user should define the tests inside the before all hook after the frameworks have been fetched. This ensures that the tests are only created once the data is available. Additionally, if the user is using Mocha, they should ensure that the tests are defined within the callback of the before hook to avoid issues with asynchronous execution. Finally, the user should run their tests to verify that everything works as expected. They can do this by executing the test command in their terminal. Fun fact, did you know that the first JavaScript test framework was created in 2009? Fast forward to today, and we have powerful tools like Jest and Mocha that make testing a breeze. Now let's look at the answers provided by other users. One user found a solution using the tap testing framework instead of Jest or Mocha. They demonstrated how to dynamically create tests by fetching an array of frameworks asynchronously. They also noted that tap allows for nested scopes and supports async await calls within tests, providing flexibility in structuring tests without the need for before or after hooks. Now, let's see a response from a different user. One alternative approach is provided by a user who suggests leveraging Mocha's support for asynchronous tests. They recommend making the it callback async and rearranging the tests to loop over an array returned from an async call. Here's the pro tip I promised. Always ensure your asynchronous calls are completed before proceeding with your tests. This simple habit can save you a lot of headaches down the line. And there you have it. You should now be able to dynamically create tests in Jest or Mocha based on asynchronous initialization. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe for more tips and tricks on testing and development.